What's going on, everybody? So, I'm Miles Meyer, and the purpose of this video is to basically tell you about yoga and my experience with yoga so far, and perceptions of like what it is and the importance of it. And basically, I started doing yoga, I'd say like 5 years ago. Okay, I started doing yoga 5 years ago, and I was like most people, where you just think that yoga is um, where you're doing forward folds or you're laying down or you're doing these crazy poses, or you see girls on Instagram doing what they do with it. And it's, it's fine. But what you need to understand is, if you've ever heard of sacred geometry, or they taught you geometry and math, is that there's different poses and everything has some kind of shape in this plane or this field of existence, right? So, I was understanding this. I was folding my blankets the other day, right? And it just struck me, like, you fold dough the same way that you'd fold a blanket, right? And everything folds in the same way. So if you understand that everything in this universe folds or has some shape, then all the materials in the universe constitute just basically how things look, like how they're shaped, right? So you have all these elements, and you can fold your body and put it in different poses and rearrange um, matter. Basically, matter is rearranged. And so it's not just about poses, right? It gets a lot deeper than that. But essentially, yoga is bringing the mind to stillness. There's a book that I read called the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, right? I read it every morning, and it breaks down. It was written thousands of years ago by Patanjali, and it's a book that just breaks things down, strips away. So, like in religion, it strips away a lot of the normal taboos of things of that you'd see in religion, right? It just gives you the bare basis, right? And my teacher told me that if you do yoga, basically nothing else has worked for you. Nothing else has worked. Religion hasn't worked. A lot of things just have not worked for you. So if you start yoga, that is kind of like the rebel's last way out. It's like the last, you're out of options. And it's most certainly not the forward folds, the bends, the twists. It's not that. Those are just ways to rearrange matter. And so the vessel that you've been given, the body you've been given, needs to rearrange itself, right? So you got to rearrange some things. And a lot of the health movement, or eating certain things, or just who you are, who you want to become and change, and your ideal life, and whatever you want out of reality, and the desires you have within yourself, is just a rearranging of matter. And so you practice yoga, and you can do it through breathing techniques. It doesn't necessarily, there's different styles of yoga. They say like vinyasa, hatha yoga, so on and so forth, power yoga. It's just different ways of reaching the same goal, okay? So I just said that, if you want to get into yoga, you just understand that it's bringing your mind to stillness, because that's where it all begins. I'll go into it deeper later, but for now, that's just, if you even want to look at it, that's the way that I approach yoga. Because I started off doing the vinyasas and all that, okay? But now I pretty much just do the breathing techniques, which I'm not opposed to doing anything else. That's just where I'm at with it. So I practice every morning, for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Um, so that is what yoga starts off with. All right. Um, I appreciate you watching this, and I'll probably drop more around what the practice is that I do. Okay, and that's all things, because I'm unconventional of how I like to do things. Right. Obviously, produce content, make YouTube content, make different videos every single day. Work out, all that good jazz. But it starts off with yoga and rearranging your mind. So change your life from a negative to a positive. Peace.